Welcome back to another episode of Alchemy Crypto. I'm your host and alchemist, ALcHeMy. Welcome everyone. Thanks for jumping back into the CyPhA. Happy New Year. Alright. Let's just take a look at what's going down. Talk about 2023 a little bit. It's good to be in the new year. I'd like to thank every single alchemist that watches. Thank you for coming, and I wish each and every one of you a happy new year. Did have some friends in from out of state. Had a good time, celebrated New Year's, watched the ball drop. And we got big plans for 2023 the alchemists already know. Alright, let's go. Guys, if you're hearing my voice, you are early in crypto. Here's the adoption chart. When this thing comes on and that curve hits, you can get in then, or you can get in now. The choice is yours. Alright. Only 4.5% of people really know what's going on. Hold it. Let's take a look at market cap. 779 B's out there. 779 billion. So, coming up a little bit. A lot of talk about the bottom being in. We will see. $770 billion. So we're watching. Alright, let's do a quick market check. Time of this stream. It is going into Friday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday, January 5th. Your Bitcoin, 16,831 bucks. The Brooklyn Project, 1252. BNB, 258, and the Chosen One coming in at 34 cents. All right, mixed bag today in the markets. Some stuff rallied, but Tesla saw a nice rally off that 109. We did nibble at it. Still think there's more pain to come. Crystal ball's not saying, so we're watching. All right, futures in the red. Fear and greed at a 29. I believe that's up a little bit from, I believe last time we checked in and we were at a 28. All right, CNN bear bull at a 40. Let's look at some metal prices. The gold price, $18.60 an ounce. Silver ask is 24. Platinum at 10.96 and palladium 18.35. All right, let's look at that black gold. Oil 73 bucks. All right, so a little bit of a breather coming in. Hopefully more to come. Hopefully things ease up. Prices come down. Let's look at the DXY 104. So the dollar just kind of chopping sideways. All right, huge missing and growing $65 trillion debt in the shadow banking. No one's talking about this. I'm going to keep talking about it because I believe if this comes to light and is real and it's 80 trillion or whatever they're saying here, hinting at, excuse me, I think that could get real ugly. So we'll keep talking about it. Psychology of market cycle, where we at, understanding it is critical to our success. So the 4-year cycles, we watch them close. We like to see how they play. So here we go. This is how the cycles have gone in the past before. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So, will this be an up year, or are we going to stay down? I don't know. There's a big bull case out there making me quite nervous, to be honest with you, giving me anxiety, even though sentiment is still in the dumps. Alright, so here we go. Record low for 2022 consumer sentiment. So, people don't have a positive outlook right now, and neither do I. So, when the masses go one way, you have to go against that and go the other, which makes me nervous that the bull run could be around the corner. Now, I would like to see 10K, sub 10K, so I could know where pretty much where we should be. Here's the 2019 bear market on the bottom, ending of it. Here's where we are now. So, have we seen that final capitulation? Is this pump the beginning of the end of the way out. Time will tell. So we're just gonna take a quick look. This is a total market cap, 779 billion. The Bitcoin chart here, chopping sideways in this range. Is this thing gonna break up or down? So we're watching close. This thing could be in an accumulation phase and ready to explode. So there's a lot of talk that the bottom is in. Makes me nervous. This is the end of the last one down here, and you take a look at the top, this is where we are. So it's giving me anxiety. I don't know, maybe we see DCG crumble in a few days and we get that leg down we're looking for. We can deploy that pile of dry powder we've been accumulating off the trade bag, and we'll just deploy that capital and put it to work if we see the dip down. Maybe the bottom's in. Crystal ball's not saying, so we're watching close. Which way is this thing about to go? Is there more pain? I personally like the bear case. I think there's more pain. Tesla at 109, I had a nibble at it. Now we're at 113. I think there's more pain. That's my honest opinion. There's a lot of global macro headwinds. So Armageddon scenario out of the big boys. BlackRock weighing in now. Get ready for a recession unlike any other. People forget what happened in Cyprus, but the alchemists see all and will never forget. So we know what could be coming. We're preparing. Grayscale. DCG. This thing is about to unravel. Let's get that 10 to 14K and have a Wyckoff accumulation there. Hopefully the bears can pull this thing down a little bit more. Then I'll be comfortable deploying that capital. I'm still going to dollar cost average because no one nails it, and if it's in already, hey, I got what I got, and we go from there. So that's what we're doing, not financial advice. Now, you could have this exchange dump on you. That Canadian kid that faked his death is out there. So this thing could happen any day. He could start dumping some of that Bitcoin he moved. You have a lot of FUD with Binance. He's saying a big crisis akin to the 2008. Is he referring to what we've seen or what's to come? So things could get ugly, man. We got our popcorn. We're sitting back watching. Alright, now, Genesis. A lot of heat on Twitter between the Winklevoss brothers and Barry Silver over at DCG. So he's going at them saying, like, what's up? Are you going to pay up or shut up or file or do whatever? Let's flush this leverage out. Let's be done. Let's build a base and let's go. Now, there's Tether out there too, so things could get real ugly. The alchemists already know, not your keys, not your crypto. I think all assets end up in USDC controlled dollars, stable coins. I think they'll destroy Tether, they'll destroy Binance, they'll destroy anything else that tries. Why would they let anyone have a printing press but them? Alright, the alchemists already know. Coinbase offers free trades. Bring your money over here into something we control. So we see what's going on, we see all. If they do decide to charge CZ, they'll take all his Bitcoin and everything he has. They're not afraid. Everything to USDC through BlackRock and the US government. All in good time. Stand by, the alchemists already know. Now, this guy, tied into all this. There are bigger forces at work than we can talk about here, folks. This guy is tied in to the SEC, the U.S. government, and when asked about it in a White House press conference, shout out to DAI, he had this. This is what we heard her say. I'm just going to restart this. What is the government doing meeting with Soros and FTX over pandemic information? So everything's connected. If you look deep enough, you go far enough down the rabbit hole, everything's connected. Anyway, let's keep going. Do you feel like crypto's under attack by outside forces? Most certainly, absolutely. We like to speculate, so we believe that crypto's under attack. Why? Because it poses a threat to the greater financial system. The government will keep it under check. Don't think for a second that they're not aware of what's going on. And they have the big guy leading the charge, the narrative. Alright, if they want that money, they will go after CZ, guys. Not your keys, not your crypto. If you're holding anything on an exchange, you're asking for it. Those 60 Bs ain't gonna matter. Sure, the USGOV will gladly add that to their Bitcoin bag, as well as take control of BUSD and shut it down. So they're split. They're, on the fence. They could charge him with everything they just charged SBF with. Wire fraud, money laundering, campaign finance, and they got CZ on sanctions if they want them. I don't think they got that on Sammy Boy over at FTX. They compress them on CZ if they want sanctions violation. So not your keys, not your crypto. If you're holding anything on exchanges, if you're trading, get in, get out. Alchemists already know. Shout out to all the alchemists that are sitting in hot and cold storage. Alright, let's keep moving. Now this guy, all is tied in, guys. This guy, he's out there. Yeah, I had this the other day. Jerome Powell accused of creating an accounting system backdoor, allowing him to secretly move trillions of Federal Reserve funds without a trace. And the reason that this is important, guys, and we're watching close, is because this Fed is not only to remain hawkish, but there are things going on. I mean, what's this? Let's take a quick look. What is this? Guys, you tell me. Outside the Federal Building in Washington.
Yeah. This is Federal Reserve. Nothing federal or reserve or anything to do with the government. If you're aware. They did have, for a while, fencing up around here, but this...
So they started with fences. Now they have concrete walls, blockades.
This is relatively new. These walls.
Are they preparing for something? Like a storm?
Shit up. Sorry for the language. So, let's just hope it doesn't flood this water. Bring it down. Alright, so that's the update. By the way, I hate coming down here when there's pedestrians and sites here. It's annoying. Sorry to be a joy.
Alright, guys, you draw your own conclusions. But I think there is something big going down. I mean, what the hell's going on in this country? I agree. What is happening? This guy ain't coming out swinging until the end of the month, so I think we're okay. But we're getting some numbers tomorrow, so we do expect volatility. We might trade, we might not. This thing's been crab crawling sideways. Hopefully this ain't that anxiety-driven Wyckoff accumulation phase we're coming into, and this thing's about to pop. We'd like to have some more time to continue to accumulate these highly undervalued assets. Alright, now, I don't know, let's just keep moving. I don't think he's done yet. I think he's going to wreck this thing. J-Pow's going to keep going. He doesn't care about you or the price of your groceries or the price of your gas. He's got one job. I don't think he's going to stop. So, we got a couple quarter point rate hikes priced in, baked into the cake. We'll see what happens. See if he can get the jobs where he wants them, feels comfortable, and we'll just keep our eyes peeled for that pivot. But I don't think that pivot's coming anytime soon, guys. No money printers yet. He's going to crash this thing, so we'll just keep buying up these assets on the cheap, doing what we do in them, flipping them, taking that profit, rolling it over into some real assets. Now, let's talk about the ISO's interoperability. Here's the roadmap, how it's going to work, what it's going to look like. Of course, it's been delayed. This is a good thing. We look at this as a continued opportunity to acquire these assets cheap. So, we will just keep doing that, not financial advice. That's what we're doing. Here's the roadmap screenshot it. Get to know it. Alright, BlackRock CEO says next generation for markets tokenization. Thanks for that, BlackRock. The alchemists already know. Alright. We got our popcorn. We're positioned accordingly, buckled in. We're ready to go. Speaking of highly undervalued assets, look at the chosen one, 34 cents. We did pick some up in the dip. We bought the dip just in case the bottom's in. You never know. Don't want to miss it, so at least deploy something. Still sitting on that pile of drive, ready to go if we see the big dip. Now I saw this. Look at this. 150x leverage trading on XRP. I don't know if this is legit. It's not sponsored. I just happen to see it. I think people are getting ready for the bull run. They know people are sitting on a lot of XRP. Careful. Manage your risk accordingly if you are out there trading, guys. Now let's listen to Rosie Rios.
The train has left the station. I keep saying that, and it's absolutely true, especially when it comes to this topic. So what people need to realize about intergenerational wealth is it's already happening. If you're not already there, you know, you're behind. You're behind. So for people to really think about how to use technology, how to kind of think about kind of out-of-the-box approaches to investments, and really it's not just about assessing value, it's creating value. And again, really being able to understand how these kind of exotic investments work, whether it is crypto, whether it is thinking about getting into, whether it's the metaverse, etc., these pre-IPO opportunities, the time is now. The absolute time is now.
Train has left the station, guys. You heard her. All right. Shout out to Rosie Rios. Now, Ripple making partnerships, continuing to innovate across the globe. This thing has blasted off before we seen it, guys. We know what it can do. We know what we hold. Stay patient, alchemists. If you want to get on the rich list, here it is. Take a look. To be in the top 10%, you only need 2,000 tokens, 34 cents. You do the math. Check it out. Not financial advice. Just saying. That's what we're doing. All right. Harvard, Visa, XRP connection. It's all here in black and white, folks. This case is in the bag. Been waiting a while. Now this from James Filan. MoneyGram filed a motion to seal certain portions of the party's summary judgment materials. So they are trying to redact some information, some amounts on transfers. Here's a look at it. They would like to redact some amounts and maybe some parties involved, some transfer protocols perhaps, trying to not let the cat out of the bag. That's my own speculation, and I like to speculate on this channel, so I just went ahead and done so. Alright, 2024, at least 50% of the world's population expected to use digital wallets for transactions valued over $9 trillion. Tons of people loading up. Whales loading up. Alchemists already know. XRP's moving. Follow the money. Smart money was in a long time ago, but people are loading up. Price can't be cheap. This thing pegged to 10K, maybe, I don't know. Crystal ball's not saying. All I know is we're ready for a new world reserve currency. This could be the one. We'll look at peg to gold after revaluation. I don't know. You got Dan Pena and Kiyosaki and all these guys talking about $4,000 gold. Maybe they're way off. Maybe there's something big going on. All I know is this thing is faster than Usain Bolt. Alright, guys. We're going to get that flip of the switch moment. When's it going to happen? I don't think it's happening anytime soon. And I like that because it gives me time to continue to accumulate. I want to have the biggest bag I can. So if I can buy these dips and continue to trade and just scrape that cream on over into the trade bag, why not? I'll continue to do so. You know, that's not financial advice. That's just what we're doing over here. We're trying to just grow the bag as big as possible. We know what we hold. We know the utility of this thing. We know its capability in the future. So we will just keep acquiring these assets on the cheap for as long as they let us. Or is it going to hit 589 by the end of the year? I don't think this year. It didn't happen. Maybe 2023, but I don't think so. I think they're going to drag this thing out. There'll be appeals, and eventually it will see the light of day. It will rise like a phoenix from the ashes. Grown men will weep. Faces will melt. Jaws will hit the floor. So I think it will shake the financial system. I think this is the framework being laid. Those who don't understand will FUD and continue to push Bitcoin and Ethereum and things that they hold a lot of. So here's the WEF telling you the future. I hope Cameron Faust is right, and we do get 15 cent XRP because we'll be borrowing the neighbor's truck, renting a U-Haul, backing that one up too. Now, if we get $1 to $2 quadrillion divided by the total market supply of XRP, taking the low estimate and dividing the XRP supply gives you $10,000 value. So is this thing gonna be 10 grand? I don't think it's gonna happen overnight, but I think eventually it does get there when there's clarity and it's not suppressed at all and free to innovate and just grow over decades. I believe it gets there. I don't think it's gonna take decades to hit 10K, but I think it could take some time, and I think eventually it does get there. So that's my opinion. You can be a wolf or you can be a sheep. The choice is yours. Just remember, guys, fortune favors the bold. So don't be a sheep. All right, let's keep moving.
One of the things I say inside the company is I'm not focused on the price of XRP over 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months. I'm focused on the price of XRP over 3 years and 5 years. I have no qualms saying definitively, if we continue to drive the success we're driving, we're going to drive a massive amount of demand for XRP because we're so...
All right, the alchemists already know. Now, if you want to learn a trade, get some of that cream, scrape it off the trade bag, dump it into the hodl bag, accumulate these assets cheap when they dip on the low. Jump over to ALcHeMyCryptoCypher.com, click right here, join the Discord. I will get you set up, get you trading. Full disclosure, I'm just sitting on the sidelines right now. This thing's crab crawling sideways. I'm not trading too much. I'm watching these reports come out, but it's you know, risky business because the stock market might rally and crypto won't. There's a lot of FUD out there, so I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines. I'm doing my regular dollar cost averaging, but I'm not trading too much right now. All right, so BitYard is undergoing maintenance. If you're going to be trading there, I think they're down the third for 6 hours. That was yesterday. I have not checked it out because, again, I'm not trading. I'm not hitting licks like this. I'm sitting on the sidelines waiting to see if this bottom is really in or if there's a leg down. If DCG falls and it dumps, we'll definitely be opening up some shorts. So we're watching. We got our popcorn. We're just sitting here now. This guy and the BRICS nations continue to try to get off the dollar, making our standard of living worse than it is. You think this is bad? The price is now. Dollar versus yuan. China says it's moving to buy oil in its own currency, so they're getting off the dollar, guys. This could get ugly for us. You got Putin giving 8 gold rings to the presidents of different countries. They've got a plan. Central banks acquiring gold. They're getting awfully cozy over there, so we're watching this thing closely. You got China Xi telling Gulf nations to use Shanghai exchange for yuan energy deals, so they think they're slick. And we know what happens. Anyone who's tried this, we've seen what happened to Gaddafi and Saddam. So we're watching close. Russia's largest bank issued gold-backed digital financial assets. So they are coming out with products and ways to move around SWIFT, around the sanctions, around the dollar, more importantly. So what's this war really about? Ask yourself. The alchemists already know. Now, just keep moving. They keep trying it. Central banks loading up. They know something is about to go down. You got walls outside of the Federal Reserve. What is going on out here, guys? Things are getting crazy. We're watching this close. Putin and China just did the unthinkable, and the West is in big trouble. So, could this be true? Are these guys finally ready to end the deal? Well, I don't want to cause panic and fear, but it's a good idea if you have some of God's money stashed for a rainy day, just in case things could get ugly in the future. We're playing with some real ugly stuff out there. You got this guy. Shout out to ZR, had this on the other day. This gentleman quoted as saying some stuff here. Civil war will break out in the U.S., California, and Texas, becoming independent states as a real Texas and Mexico will form an allied state. Elon Musk will win the presidential election in a number of states, which after the new civil wars end will have been giving to the GOP. So this guy's making some bold predictions out here, and we're watching this thing unfold. is something big underway inside, outside the borders? Is there a plan to reset this thing soon? So he also says in a later tweet, the Bretton Woods Agreement of monetary management will collapse, leading to the IMF and the World Bank crash. Euro and dollar will stop circulating as the global reserve currencies. Digital fiat currencies will be completely actively used instead. So, is that a warning out of the red country over there? I don't know, Alchemist. Now this is crazy that I saw today. Egg prices jumped 49% in 2022. Elevated costs could last to the first quarter of 23, or worse. Major shortages in stores. Egg availability, none. Look at this, guys. I'm showing you because it's a good idea to grow your own food, have your own chickens. I just paid $7 for a dozen eggs out here in the sticks. Things are getting ridiculous. Grow your own herbs, vegetables, food, eggs. Guys, we're being ruled by some real lunatics. Continue to pray for peace, Alchemist. Alright, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Thank you for coming tonight. And till next time, Alchemists, I will see you in the next one. If you're new, please like and subscribe on the way out so you'll know when I go live. Alright, Alchemist, until next time, this is your Alchemist signing off.